This is the Variety Show 2024. I wanted to do a video about what's happening in Syria, the Syrian civil war coming to a head with the downfall of Bashar al-Assad being toppled. And he has fled to Russia. And Vladimir Putin is providing safety for him by letting him come to Russia and to flee the country. And the Syrian rebels have taken him down. And I believe since 2015, almost 10 years, that country's been in a civil war to try to topple Assad's government in Syria. He's finally come down in that country, and he's no angel. He's just like Saddam Hussein, very brutal, but he was a force for stability. And the point is, World War III is even more likely now to escalate things because he was is no angel, but a force for stability, that he'd been there a very long time. Now you have a situation where the Putin puppet, a puppet of Vladimir Putin, Assad, is no longer there. He's in Russia now. And now Syria is wide open for Russia to get involved more, to Russia to possibly attack in Damascus. And this just adds to the whole thing in Ukraine and the Middle East as well. Ukraine and the Middle East, so from Kiev, Ukraine, to Damascus, Syria, to Israel with Netanyahu. I think it all looks even, and at the same time, you got a big change in the White House because President-elect Trump hasn't even taken office yet. He hasn't even been inaugurated yet. And you have now a very different situation in Syria with the Assad downfall. So I think it also plays into Trump coming in, that even before President-elect Trump takes office, the world is blowing up because now it's more volatile and more fluid. And I think it adds to the escalation in Ukraine because now that you have the someone that Vladimir Putin was supporting, Assad, not there anymore. Now it's wide open for Russia to get more involved in the Middle East, get more involved in Syria, get more involved with Israel. And if Putin had no problem invading into Crimea back in 2014, he had no problem invading into Ukraine in 2022. He will have no problem sticking his nose in Syria more, getting more involved in the Middle East, getting more involved with Israel and with Netanyahu, and becoming probably more anti-Israel too, because he wants that oil. Putin, he tried to make oil deals with Israel in the past, and they rejected him. So he does have an interest. He wants the oil, and Israel has a lot of oil, and he knows there's a lot of oil in the Middle East. And I think it just means that Putin and Russia will get more involved in the Middle East. I think that's what I mean. It really adds more escalation, and that's biblical because the Bible seems to say that Russia makes a big move in the Middle East, and that leads to this World War III, and which could really become a nuclear war. This is the Variety Show 2024.